What's up, everybody? What's up? What's up? What's up? All right. Y'all know I got to share that I am live. Let's see. No, I'm going to share it when I do my mock draft. I'm going to share it when I do my mock draft. Let me make sure y'all can hear me. Testing.
Testing.
Perfect.
Testing.
What's up, everybody, and what's up, everybody, and welcome into the All Things Life and Sports show with Kylan Thomas. That's me. I'm your host, Kylan Thomas. Let's get into it. We in that time of year. This is draft, combine, free agency, trade. This is the NFL all season. It's another component. We ain't got no games, but we grasping that straw. We trying to find something to talk about. And this is another great part of the year. This is a time where everybody got hope. Everybody team making moves. Oh, that was a great move. That was a great hire. This is the time where all the fan bases have hope about what we're doing, what our teams are doing, who our teams are hiring, free agents our teams are bringing in. I mean, look at us down here in Jacksonville. We were happy about DC Ryan Nielsen. We were happy about Gabe Davis. Then with the corner name from Ravens, we got Ronald Darby, Darnell Savage, and he had moments. Savage had some time, but this is the time of year everybody's happy about picks, free agents, So we're gonna get right into it. I want to break down, really just want to give who I think my top 5 prospects are. My top 5 prospect, and then I'm gonna go on the order teams 1 through 5. Kind of directions they can go, moves they can make, And then after that, I'm going to do my live mock draft. So I'm not going to tell you who I got the team taking when I'm breaking it down. Y'all will find out in the mock draft. But y'all probably have an idea based on what I think this certain team should do or moves they should make. Not to start, my top 5 prospects in order, as we've seen this Super Bowl. Defense wins championships. Let me say it again. Defense wins championships. Okay? I'll make sure y'all still can hear me. I want to make sure y'all still can hear me. I'm finna get in now. Defense win championship. So the prospects that I have in order: Abdul Carter, can never go wrong with the D-line. I'm going to take an elite D-lineman over an elite cornerback. I'm going to take an elite D-lineman over an elite cornerback. So I'm going Abdul Carter. That's my top prospect. Second is Travis Hunter. After you get your lockdown, your elite D-lineman, you need to get your lockdown corner. Because then you got somebody that can get to the pass, and then you got somebody that's locking the wide receiver down. So they get that pass time to get that too. But if the cornerback is locked down, the D lineman is so elite, he already there. Corner got it locked. That's what I think you should do. So I got 1 Abdul Carter, 2 Travis Hunter, 3 I got Cam Ward. Cam Ward is my 3rd overall prospect. 4, I got Mason Graham. The D tackle out of Michigan. And then 5, I got Ted McMillan, the wide receiver out of Arizona. So those are my three of which I got defensive players. As we've seen, defensive win championship. I'm not as high on Shedeur Sanders as a lot of people is. It seems like his luster's starting to fall a little bit. And we know that how that works draft season. Everybody going to be talking about him because Colorado and them was playing, and his name was big at the moment. I was never really that high on Shedeur. I wouldn't have minded said the Jaguars were in position to get him. I probably want to, but I like Cam Ward over Shedeur. I do. I like Cam Ward over Shedeur. I'm not that high on Shedeur. When you got guys like Abdul Carter, Travis Hunter, Cam Ward, Mason Graham, Tippmann, I wouldn't take Shedeur over those guys. So those are my top five prospects. Now, to break down the teams and the orders in which they're going and what they can do. 1, I got the Titans. The Titans pick 1. How do they feel about Will Levis? This is kind of where I'm at. I see so many mock drafts, got them taking Travis Hunter, got them taking Cam Ward. They could possibly trade back. I don't know if they're going to trade out of that number 1 spot, especially with you got Ted, Will Johnson, Shedeur Sanders. After that, the list of prospects, after them first about 7, 8, 9, 10 is a stretch. Players this year, it ain't no really big, name dominant players on in this year's draft class. So I feel like where people at, they probably really gonna try to stay put to get one of the first 8, 9 guys. So I don't know if the Titans trade out. But again, this is just my first one. Stay tuned. You never know what could come future. And things that may possibly come out, moves that could be made. This is my first mock draft. We got all the way to April. We got all the way at the trade, free agent. We got all the way to April. But Titans, this is where I struggle with them. How do they feel about Will Levis? That defense was good. That defense was ranked 2nd in total defense. I told y'all the Titans defense was going to be good. That's why I had them. Where did I have them? I think I had them 3rd in the AFC South, but it was because I had Jaguars winning it, then the Texans, then the Titans. But I said the Titans would have been better than what people thought, which they had a competent quarterback. If you watch some games, they've lost those close games, those boneheaded turnovers plays by Will Levis. If they didn't have that, they would have won some of those games. So had they had competent quarterback play along with a number 2 overall ranked defense, that team would have been a lot better. That team's kind of built to win now. If you want to be real, if you want to look at it. So based on that notion, could they possibly go get one of these veteran quarterbacks? Could they go get one of these veteran quarterbacks to pair with that defense, short the defense? They got $44 million in cap space, new GM, short up that defense. Okay, it was number 2, but you still can get better. I think they should go get one of these veteran quarterbacks. If you want to stay with a younger one, trade for J.J. McCarthy or somebody like that. Trade for J.J. McCarthy. It's going to be interesting to see what the Vikings do with the Sam Darnold, Daniel Jones, J.J. McCarthy saga. Trade for J.J. or Fields. Try to get Fields if you believe in them. Try to get Fields. Or you got Russell Wilson. I think he's too old. They couldn't do it. He couldn't do it with the Steelers. He probably not going to do it with the Titans. But Russell Wilson, you got to look at, would you say the AFC South is harder or the AFC North? Would you say the AFC South is harder or the AFC North? And now you got to worry about the Jaguars. You got to think about the Jaguars. We just hired a creative, young-minded offensive coach. We are built to win now as well. We have our franchise quarterback. So try to get one of the veterans, or if you want to go young, Fields. He's played. He has time. If you want to go young, I don't see it. It wouldn't make sense to get J.J. McCarthy because you already got a young quarterback in Will Levis, who was in his second year. So I think they need to probably go with Kirk Cousins or Rodgers or Russell Wilson, Jameis Winston. I think they need to go that direction and possibly shore up offensive pieces. You got $44 million in cap space, but I ain't gonna say too much. Y'all gonna find out what I think they should and what I think they're gonna end up doing when I do my mock draft. And that coming up after I go through these 5 teams. Next, we got the Browns. Browns pick 2nd overall. The Browns pick 2nd overall. Again, with them, the quarterback situation. What's their thoughts on Deshaun Watson? We already know Deshaun. I think Deshaun is done. He's played horrible. Then on top of that, you had an injury. So I think Deshaun Watson time in Cleveland is done. Then you got your perennial star player, pillar of the community. Myles Garrett wants out because he wants to go win. But the Browns can say, and I looked at it. In the beginning, they were adamant, we're not trading Myles Garrett. Now they're coming off, we're not trading Myles Garrett, but stay tuned. That's the report I saw. The Browns brass could be like, bro, you got like 2 years left on your deal. We don't have to trade you. We don't have to trade you. And this is the thing these players have to realize when y'all do these trade requests. Now I think, again, I'm giving scenarios. We don't have to trade you. But I think they should, because again, he only got 2 years left on the deal. You might as well go and trade him now and get something for him. I think you've got to try to get a first round pick this year. I think you got to try to get an extra pick to go along with your number 2. You got to try to get another pick in the first round this year. You got to. I don't want to see no first in 2028. No, get all what you can get now. Browns. And this is the thing too. The Browns cap situation is horrible. Let's look at this. The Browns, I want to share my screen. We gonna share screen because the Browns, and this is Spot Track. Make sure it's showing. I have to make sure it's showing that fur cup. There we go. Here's the cap, the cap space. Like I said, Titans had 44 mil. Where we at? Yep, by like 49 actually. Browns are down here, second to last, and at negative $34 million. The Saints are also in cap hell. That's why nobody wanted that Saints job, bro. The Browns are in negative cap space. Obviously, getting rid of Myles Garrett contract, that might help that out. I ain't gonna sit up here and tell y'all I'm no cap guru, but obviously getting rid of that contract might help that out. But if y'all in the negative 34, so again, y'all gotta trade him this year and get something. Get something. Whatever player I got going to the Browns this season is going. It sucks because they're going through hell. The star player you had is gone. That Cleveland Brown defense was not all that this year. Myles Garrett was the only one on that defense ranked in the top 20 in NFL pass rush rate. He gone. So are the Browns another team that can go try to get a veteran quarterback or draft a young quarterback? At this point, given what you've been through with Deshaun Watson, Baker Mayfield, again, I'm not going to give away, but just ponder on that. And they're going to try to do things to keep Myles Garrett. Myles Garrett said he wanted out because he wants to win. And I can pull that clip. Myles Garrett wanted out because he wants to win. So no, I should add it. We all know at the Super Bowl media day, everybody pulling them, campaigning for Myles. But again, he wants to win. So the Browns are going to try to say, oh, bro, we can make this move. We can make that move. But trust, we're going to get it done. We were in quarterback hell, which they were. I mean, they went to Dorian Thompson-Robinson at a certain point. And I was a fan of Dorian Thompson. I watched Elite 11 and all that, the QB1. I watched all that shit on Netflix. So I like Dorian Thompson-Robinson, but that was the quarterbacks you were dealing with, bro. So the Browns could say, give us a chance to possibly get a young guy here. Give us a chance to possibly get one of these veteran QBs, shore up that defense. Would you stay if we pair the Abdul Carter outside of you? Myles Garrett responded probably going to be, I don't got time for no rebuild. We've been rebuilding. But here's Myles Garrett wanted to leave Cleveland because he ready and wants to win.
I have a question, but
all right, let me go back.
What if the Browns say no? We want you to stay. We want you to be part of this thing. We do believe in the plan that we have. We do believe that this plan will work. We do need you to help this plan work, and you do have 2 years left. Like, what if that happens, Myles?
I mean, it's possible. No, they could do that, but no, that's a little bit further down the line. I'm willing to look. I know things have changed, night by night, and I'm sure people are calling and hopefully making some tempting offers. But I'm grateful for my opportunity, and I know that recently no one stuck to him seeing Luka. So
that's it. There in that clip, that's y'all talking about, the plan. We want you to be a part of the plan. We could possibly bring in a veteran, get quarterback play right. We gonna build this. He said that's too far down the line. That man has been a part of the rebuild since his fucking career. He ain't got time out of 1 year of success. He ain't got time for that. So again, I'm not gonna give y'all where I got them going. Based on, I do think they'll trade them. So kind of ponder on where I think they would go and pick based on that information. But what I have next, who's picking next, is the Giants. Also another QB needy team. They better not roll Tommy DeVito out there. The Giants better not roll Tommy DeVito out there anymore. Who if they had in there? Drew Lock. That Colts suck, but they better not roll Drew Lock out there. They better not roll Tommy DeVito out there. The Giants, also another QB needy team. Who could possibly plunge also on another QB? And again, y'all, I just gave my top 5 prospects, but we have to think about these other QBs that's going to be picked outside Jackson Dart, Quinn Ewers, Jalen Milroe, Will Howard, Kyle McCord. There's QBs that can get picked up from the team outside of the first round. And that's how I think it's going to go for any team. That's how I think it's going to play out. So the Giants, another QB needy team. Do they go with best player available, or do they try to plunge on one of these quarterbacks that's available? It might be another Mitch Trubisky. Hell, Daniel Jones, when they picked Daniel Jones. It'll be another danger. Oh, he said, thank you for subscribing. I'm going to subscribe to yours. Let me see if I can go and do that now. See, it don't let me. I'm going to go back. I can go back and see who subscribed, though. I'm going to subscribe. Yes, Jalen Milroe I'll probably still go Jalen Carter, but we all knew why he fell in the draft, and it just happens. Eagles always happen to get somebody who teams passed on. But I would still go Jalen Carter and Jalen Milroe. That's what I've been telling people this whole time about Jalen Milroe. He's like another Anthony Richardson to me. He is another Anthony Richardson. And if you want to be real, AR showed more promise in college than Jalen Milroe has. The deep ball, Anthony Richardson has shown that in the NFL, but is that they're elite running, but they're processing, like reading the game and throwing the ball consistently is the issue. That bowl game against Michigan was horrible. I felt like that dropped Jalen Milroe's style. I seen some people still got him. You got Cam, Shedeur. Some people still got him third quarterback. I don't see it. I don't see how he's better than Jackson Dart. I don't see that. I've been saying that this whole time. Jalen Miro is another Anthony Richardson. And Jalen Miro has played more than Anthony Richardson did in college. So we knew in drafting AR that was going to be a project. And as y'all can see, I'm a Gator fan. So when it comes to Anthony Richardson, it's bittersweet. Because I felt like we didn't get the true AR experience because of his talent. But for you to be comped to a guy that was a project and didn't even get much playing time in college, and you did, that's a problem. But I've been saying that Jalen Miro is another Anthony Richardson. And I would say Anthony Richardson was a better prospect at the times. We could see he was like the third pick, if I can remember. But so the Giants, again, with do they go best player available or pick up one of these QBs? Again, they can go with these veteran QBs. We have to the veteran QB class this year is decent. Fields, you can consider him a veteran. He's played he going in his fourth year? No, he's going in his fourth because he with Trevor. Going into like about fourth, fifth year. You plunge on, do you go young there? Again, they could trade for JJ McCarthy. They could try to get Sam Darnold. They could try to get Russell Wilson, Aaron Rodgers, Kirk Cousins. Kirk came out and said he was hurt. That's how they love to do after the season over with and things didn't go your way. You want to come out and say you're hurt. I saw a media guy at Atlanta say, we asked you during the season, we kept asking you at the games, are you hurt? Are you hurt? You kept saying no. Now the season over, things ain't go how you want it. Now you've been hurt. You hurt your shoulder. And the game he said he hurt it in, that's when the downfall started. That's how they do. But he said he was hurt. So Atlanta showed promise. They were moving forward. We were like, oh, okay, they might win the NFC South. Then it just went down. So Giants could be like, we can get something out of Kirk Cousins. But again, I'm not gonna give y'all all my secrets. Saving it for the mock draft. And the Giants also got about $43 million in cap space. So Patriots, next team, they're picking fourth. We're going to do the Patriots, then the next, then we get into the mock draft. Patriots are picking fourth, okay? This is one of the teams that don't need a quarterback. They got Drake May. So that opens you up a lot when you don't need no quarterback. So you don't got to worry about the quarterback stuff. Could they possibly... No, they can't trade back because teams ahead of them need one. Could trade with Raiders, who's 6? They possibly could trade with them. But Patriots, they're first in cap space. Patriots got like $123 million in cap space. So that alone, how much money they got in cap space, the head coach they have, guys want to play for him, that track record of his, they got so much wiggle room, so much leeway. I think they're going to go best player available because they can. Like best play, it's always with this draft stuff. Is it best player available or do you pick a player based on a need that you have? Patriots have the opportunity to go best player available, especially since they don't need a quarterback this draft. And again, they have their number one top in cap space, the $123 million. Next, we got the Jaguars, my team. And I'm going to do another next episode. I'm going to do a little more deep dive on my team. And if anybody want to come on and talk about your team, moves they can make, let me know. I want to do those things. But for me, Jaguars my team. So possibly Friday or Saturday, I might do a deep dive on the Jaguars. Fridays, we're going to start doing trivia nights. Trivia. Fun Friday, we're going to do trivia. Sports trivia, any trivia. But we got to get sports in there. But Jaguars, how I got the board shaking out, I feel like we're gonna have to go best player available based on who's left. And again, y'all gonna see my mock draft, how the board shaking out. We have $32 million in cap space. Okay. Now, kind of how I got it laid out. And for them, I'm gonna have to give my true depiction, my true description or true breakdown after I pick my player on the mock draft, because how I got it written is based on who I have them picking and why I have them picking that player. So we finna get into it. Let me see, because I'm like, the combine is coming up next week, y'all. The combine, NFL combine is next week. Thursday, it starts Monday. It's a whole week thing, but Thursday is when they start the on-field drills. Let me see. Make sure I had the player, the positions right on who's doing what on what day. Thursday is when they get out on the field. I love the combine. I love to watch the combine. I love to watch the 40s. It just be, you hope guys play, but here, let me see. I gotta make sure it's up there because it be a black. There we go. You gotta make sure God actually go perform. But here, let me see. So Thursday on field. Now before that, they doing their media interviews, physicals. That's all that. Thursday, defensive linemen, linebackers. I'm going to be tuned to that. Friday, defensive backs, tight ends. I'm going to be tuned to that. Now, based on that, y'all probably know the direction I got us going. Quarterbacks, wide receivers, running backs. Of course, you're going to be tuned to those. Everybody want to tune in and watch the quarterbacks throw. And then lastly, Sunday, March 2nd, offensive line. The big nasties. But again, we care more about D-line. Most it's in watching these type of things. And we like to watch O-line too, how they move their feet, how quick they are. We like to watch that too. But everybody going to watch quarterbacks, wide receivers. So that starts next week. Now here, I'm going to get into this mock draft. And again, I'm doing all teams because I tried to do it with just my team. It ain't gonna shake out how I need it to. So I'm doing we're just gonna do one round into solo draft. Now, based on everything I laid out, I have with the first pick in the 2025-2026 NFL draft. The Tennessee Titans select. I have the Tennessee Titans taking Travis Hunter, cornerback, wide receiver out of Colorado. Now, again, like I stated, I do not have them going quarterback because they got a young quarterback on their roster already. I just don't see them plunging on that. Again, we see defense wins championships. You got y'all already second ranked in defense. Now you get a young lockdown corner. They got some older guys. Now you get a young lockdown corner. Go try to get an Aaron Rodgers, a Justin Fields to be a competent game managing quarterback, and y'all are in there. That's why I don't have them going quarterback. Number 2. With the second pick in the 2025-2026 NFL draft, the Cleveland Browns select Cam Ward, quarterback, Miami. Now, kind of like I said in the breakdown, Myles Garrett is not sticking around for no rebuild. Again, I felt like if they just had competent QB play, Deshaun got hurt, and you're bringing in Dorian Thompson-Robinson. They're about to use their best piece of the franchise. So they say, hey, you know what? We got to go young quarterback. Let's draft our guy for the future and build around him. Again, they don't have no cap space. So hopefully what they gather out of this trade from Myles Garrett will be able to help them shore up pieces around Cam Ward in this year's draft. That's what I said. They got to get capital for this year's draft because, again, they're going to have to make some cuts. They're going to have to do something. But the Browns are a total rebuild. Again, you're getting rid of the last piece that you had. So they got to do something, and they're going to go quarterback here. Might even try to get off of Deshaun Watson. Might cut Deshaun Watson. I got to see how much dead money he going to leave, though, if you cut him. Now, with the third pick in the 2025-2026 NFL draft, the New York Giants select Abdul Carter, defensive end, Penn State. Now, again, same thing. Defense wins championships. Okay. Defense wins championships. Like I said, I'm not as high on Shador as a lot of people are. That's why I don't have them doing this. They seen their counterpart in the division, the Cowboys, with Michael Parsons, number 11, Penn State. LeVar Arrington, number 11, Penn State. Oh, let's get Abdul Carter, number 11, Penn State. We're going to copy Big Brother over there in the Dallas Cowboys. Again, I think the Giants could trade for J.J. McCarthy. Instead of drafting one of these quarterbacks, trade for J.J. McCarthy or bring in Jameis Winston or one of these veterans. You got Malik Neighbors. I did see Darius Slayton was a free agent, so you could possibly lose him in free agency, wide receiver. But again, the Giants, they got how much cap space? They got like $43 million in cap space. So you shore up your defensive end. Then you pair him alongside. Let me see what that man name was, because he was beefing with Dez Bryant on see Giants, they got Brian Burns. What is that? What is the Giants defensive end name? Let me see. Y'all know who I'm talking about. His name, he was beefing with Dez. I'm trying to pull up. Let me see Giants. Cause you could pair Abdul with him. Let me see. Kayvon Thibodeau, that's it. Put Abdul on the other side of Kayvon. That's how I see that going. And again, you shore up some things. Y'all work it out. But again, I got Giants going Abdul Carter, following Big Brother's lead over down in Dallas, Texas. At number 4, with the 4th pick in the 2025-2026 NFL Draft, I have the New England Patriots selecting. Let me put it over here because y'all be seeing who I'm picking when I drag it over. I have the New England Patriots selecting Mason Graham, defensive tackle, out of Michigan. Okay. Again, we all know Vrabel. He liked to build the trenches. We've seen that in Tennessee when he was with Tennessee. That hard nose. We're gonna play defense. We're gonna bully you. He's not going small here. He's not going Ted McMillan. I do not think he's going Ted McMillan. Again, they got all this cap space. They probably finna not a wide receiver. Would they probably bring in Godwin or someone like that? They could possibly trade. You can get a guy in the later round, but they're going Mason Graham here. I feel like shoring up that D line. Now you might say you need to bring somebody around your young quarterback. Again, they got like $130 million in cap space. They're gonna figure something out, bring something out. But you gotta go. If Travis is gone, Abdul Carter's gone, you gotta go Mason Graham here. Or I could see the offensive tackle. Now, if it's either Graham or Real Campbell, get you a tackle to help. That might be the better option. But I just see them going Mason Graham. We see defense win championship. But the Eagles had the number 1 offensive line too. So you can't pick both of them. So I went Mason Graham. But again, this is my first one. This could change. But yeah, like I said, Vrabel, he's gonna go trenches. Now next, with the 5th pick, my team in the 2025-2026 NFL Draft, the Jacksonville Jaguars select Will Johnson, cornerback, out of Michigan. Again, we need to shore up our defense. Defense. Travis Hunter is gone. So next, we going Will Johnson. I think he got potential to be the number 1 corner. Put Tyson Campbell back at 2. He's not a number 2 corner. Y'all got to help him out. I mean, Tyson Campbell is not a number 1. I told y'all that before the season. He stays hurt. You got to shore up corner. Now, him with Will Campbell too. Damn, if Will Campbell is there, now our coach Liam Cohen said we're going to have to revamp that O-line, but I'm trying to figure out how we're going to do it because those guys are under contract. And then Balky puts Walker Little under contract right before he out the door. But as we can see, he thought he was staying. But I'm with that too. Is like how do you pass on Will Campbell? But I'm interested to see how we're gonna revamp our O line because they under contract. But I'm going Will Johnson here. That defense need to be shored up, man. And again, we got like how much cap space? How much cap space we got? How much cap space we got? I'll put it out, but I think we had like 39 million, 30 somewhere around there. The amount of cap space we got down in Duval. And now after here, and again, I was just focusing on top 5, but I'm gonna kind of we still gonna do this in the chat. Let me pull up my phone so I can see just in case y'all chat. Y'all got any suggestions or some picks? With the 6th pick in the draft, here's where it gets interesting. I then have Shedeur off the board, the 6th pick to the Raiders. The 7th pick, and then if they ain't got no quarterback, but based on this right here, where are they gonna go? I got them going Ted McMillan because we've heard rumbles possibly Garrett Wilson is gonna want out, so they're gonna have to shore that up. Or if he stays, pair him with another elite receiver. To Tory McMillan again, they could try to get a veteran QB as well. They might be a little nervous based on what happened with Aaron Rodgers, but these QB, you can't compare him to Aaron Rodgers. They could possibly try and get a Justin Fields. They could possibly try and get a Russell Wilson. So again, Jameis Winston or somebody like that. So again, I have them getting an elite wide receiver, especially with the rumblings that gone, Garrett Wilson. Then here, Panthers lucked up. Obvious. This got to be obvious. If this falls this way, this has to be the obvious choice. Get that offensive lineman to protect your young quarterback in Bryce Young, who has made strides, made jumps. Get somebody to shore that up. All right. Next, we got. Let me see who I got. What I got here. Yeah, that's us. The Saints are they're like last in the NFL in cap space. But here, after Will Campbell goes to the Panthers, I have the Saints taking edge. Mykel Williams out of Georgia. Again, Cam Jordan, they're old, and that's the problem with their cap space too. They're old. These quarterbacks are off the board. I think this is another team that can go veteran quarterback or possibly one of these later round quarterbacks in the draft. They believe in Spencer Rattler. So we'll see how that plays out. But short that defense, Cam Jordan might be gone soon. So short that defense, man. Bears, I as well think this is the obvious pick. With Will Campbell being gone, I think they should go offensive tackle. Caleb Williams was the most sacked quarterback in the NFL. I believe he was the most sacked. So this is no brainer. Kelvin Banks Jr. should go to the Bears if he is there and available, which based on how this shakes out, he should be. Next, we got. Now this one is interesting. This one is interesting because could the 49ers go Ashton Jeanty? Now we see they got backs galore. But to get a guy Ashton Jeanty who could possibly be another Derrick Henry or somebody like that, do they plunge and take them? But I got them. Then you got the contract situation with Brock Purdy. Again, I think they could plunge on one of these quarterbacks. They got Charvarius Ward. He's a free agent. Debo wants out. So based on that information, I'm gonna stick with what I had. But again, this is the first mock draft of many. The first mock draft of many. I got him going Luther Burden, wide receiver out of Missouri. Again, you're gonna be getting rid of Debo. Who else you got over there? Wide receiver. Who else you got over there? Wide receiver at the 49ers. So that's kind of why then you're gonna get his money to your quarterback. You gotta have somebody for him to throw to. So consistently on this, not no jack of all trade, no a wide receiver. Okay, so that's where I got him going. Then who I had need. Then this one is interesting as well. We all know Jerry. You know what? I'm just put the pick. We all know Jerry Jones, Dallas Cowboy, AT&T Stadium, America's team. The storyline of this picking Ashton Jeanty. I feel like they could also go Malachi Starks here, or I think they could also go Tyler Warren. They're trying to get Jason Witten back in there. But yeah, it's like what I said with the Patriots. Vrabel trying to get his Jeffrey Simmons. Could they possibly try and get their Tyler Warren back, tight end, Jason Witten? But no, we all know storylines are important piece with the Dallas Cowboys and America's team. So I think they stick with that and they go with, and it wouldn't be a bad pick, but I think they could also go Tyler Warren there as well. But I got them picking Jeanty as of right now. Now, next pick. The Dolphins. I have the Dolphins taking safety Malachi Starks out of Georgia. That is a position of need for them as well. Jalen, he's corner, but if you see us, Jalen seems like he's going down. Like his play is declining, seems like. But I ain't gonna write Jalen off. He was hurt and he came back from the injury. But yeah, if you cornerbacks need to be shored up, you gotta give somebody help, and so you need a good safety. So that's where I'm going with that. Next, 14, the Colts. Again, another team I think that could plunge on a quarterback in a later round or try to bring in some competition for Anthony Richardson. That's just how I see that shaking out. But I have the Colts. And it sucks because they get this guy. This is gonna suck. I have the Colts going Tyler Warren, tight end out of Penn State. Again, they're in our division, so if they go that guy, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, now Falcons, Michael Penix Jr., young quarterback. You want to get some guys built around them. Shore up some things. He's a young quarterback. Now, at first I was like, we can go defense, but you got to get some protection around Michael Penix Jr. So I got him going Tyler Booker out of Alabama, shoring up some offensive line. Or they could go tackle too out of Armand Membu out of Missouri. In the car, I'm not gonna lie, y'all. As y'all get later in the draft, it's like I told y'all, once we got past these guys, I would say like them first 10 picks are going to be, it's like, but yeah, Cardinals, obviously they got Kyler Murray, but I see them going James Pierce Jr. here. They can shore up their defense. Bengals, they need to shore up their defense. I have them going Jalen Walker, linebacker out of Georgia. Now I think he's like one of the best linebacker in the nation. Something I think he won something like that. So I got him going that direction. Now the Seattle Seahawks. Let me see. I'm over here clicking stuff. Seattle Seahawks. I saw a report came out. They believe Geno Wilson could lead them to a Super Bowl. I don't believe that is the case. So, again, another team I think could go quarterback or something like that in the later rounds. But as well, I think they're gonna go offensive guard here. Then the Bucks got Bake, possibly losing Godwin. Mike Evans getting older, but he's still crushing, breaking. I mean, he had to get on the last play, pretty much the last catch of the season to break it this year. Other team let him. I'm not letting nobody break no record on me. But I got. Who we got in here? Ooh, this one's interesting. The fact that he's down at 26. When I saw this, I'm like, wow, his name was he was up there, and his stock is just is weird. But I got the Bucks going because they're potentially about to lose Godwin. I'm gonna go here. Walter Nolan. Now I've seen reports. You got Vita Vea. You could put them in the middle together. Now that might not be the best pick, given that you already got Vita Vea. You possibly could go here, safety or corner. Again, it's just the first mock draft, but I've seen reports of Walter Nolan has been raising his stock. D tackle, he's out of Ole Miss, so they could possibly go that too. Again, we've seen defense wins championships, so probably any defensive player here. The Broncos, this is a no-brainer, and probably whoever's. I'm gonna go. It's either offensive tackle, but then you look at it is wide receiver too. I might go Emeka Egbuka here, but you got Bo Nix, y'all just in the playoffs. Get someone around him opposite Cortland Sutton. Get somebody. I talked myself into it. I'm gonna go Matthew Golden here for the Broncos. Next, the Steelers. I think they're gonna probably need a quarterback. I think Justin Fields might leave, but see, if you look at their needs, that's pretty much gone. I don't want to be that person because we just seen Kenyon Mitchell out of Toledo, but East Carolina, I'm interested to see how that's going, how his stock is going to be given that he's playing at East Carolina. But I'm not going to do him like that. And I'm going to actually go corner here. I'm going to go corner. I'm going to give him to him. Next, we got the Chargers. I think they go here. The Green Bay Packers, Jordan Love. Yeah, Packers are horrible. Packers are horrible. I have them going somebody here out of Ohio State, their offensive tackle, or Emeka Egbuka. I got them going Emeka Egbuka. They need a wide receiver. The Packers, they need a wide receiver, man. And again, they play the Eagles. Not many teams look good against them, but they need a wide receiver, man. But the Vikings, do they need a quarterback? Do the Vikings need a quarterback? But again, I'm gonna give him Nick Emenrory. It's a 21 guy. He's still on my board. Texans. Ooh, this one's interesting. We can go O-line here. We've seen the O-line this year for the Texans was not good. Then we just gonna pick Rams. Let me see. I don't think they need. Yeah, they on. They could go tight end. Then Ravens. Let me see. Ravens. They could go edge. See, then you start to get into guys like this, Jalen Milroe and those type of guys. But I'm gonna get a Ravens. It just be hard when you start to get in teams like this. It's like they don't need, I'm gonna go offensive tackle. The Lions. I'm gonna go. It's so funny with the Lions because, you know what? I'm going to give them somebody to pair across Aiden Hutchinson. Washington Reds, Commanders, football, Washington Commanders. They're like second in the league in cap space. So here they could probably possibly go best player available. But they could also go offensive tackle to shore up the line with their young QB, Jaden Daniels. But I see them possibly going here, defensive tackle. And then I got not D tackle. Why did I do that? They just got I can't. Yeah, damn, they just got my boy Jerson Newton last year. Why did I do that? But then the Bills, the Bills need a wide receiver too. The Bills need some stuff too. We can go corner here. Chiefs, they need tackle. That's what they need. We can go tackle. And the Eagles, Super Bowl champs. Brandon Graham seems to be possibly done. But I can go here. Yeah, I was thinking edge for them as well. I don't see no tackles. Yeah, I'm gonna give them an edge. Now, that is my mock draft for the full round. And again, I focus more on the first 5 picks. The first, Quinshon Judkins or scam. Cam Scatterboo is I'm interested to see how he look at the NFL level to possibly be a consistent NFL back, 3 down back. I don't see it. You can possibly bring him in packages. You can make him fullback. He could be another Pat Ricard. But I'm going to go Judkins, but he possibly the same. I'm going to go Judkins. Cam Scatterboo, I don't think that fairy tale going to last too much longer in the NFL. But again, thank y'all so much for tuning in. This is my final mock draft. Again, we focus more on the first 5 picks. The next time I come on, we are doing 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We can go and do 6 through 11. We're going to focus on these teams, 6 through 11. And again, the mock draft could change as we go down the list and do deep dives into teams, where they at, what they have. This is how I have it playing out right now. My first 5, Travis Hunter to the Titans, Cameron Ward to the Browns, Abdul Carter to the Giants, Mason Graham to the Patriots, which a lot of us Jaguars fans want Mason Graham, but I think them scooping them up is going to lead to us taking Will Johnson. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. Make sure everything done before you try to have fun. And again, thank you, Captain Joe King. I'm going to go subscribe to you. I thought it was a way that I could just do it here. Oh, I think I found it. Say, go to channel. Subscribe. I just subscribe to you, Captain Joe King. So y'all don't play that. When people show me support, show me love, I subscribe and I do the same thing. So again, make sure everything done for y'all try to have fun. Peace.